Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. You guys remember Maitland Ward? She played Rachel McGuire on Boy Meets World.
No.
I only remember Topanga.
She was the redhead in later seasons, in college seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't watching that at that point.
Well, she says now that, she's making big money, not acting, or at least not acting in Hollywood. She's making 6 figures a month on OnlyFans.
Damn.
And I mean, look, she's an attractive girl, so I completely can understand why she would be making money on OnlyFans. And I guess being on Boy Meets World, and now a lot of those folks are grown up, and she's like, hey, what do you say? I guess she also became an adult film star, which I did. Well, I don't know who she is anyway, but yes, after Boy Meets World, it's like, now meet my stuff.
Boy Meets World, now it's Maitland meets the boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's she's 44, by the way, and looks fantastic. I would not have put her at 44. And OnlyFans has been her jam.
Well, I can see that, though. Like, I think part of the appeal of OnlyFans sometimes, whether it be a celebrity or someone that you might know, it's like, oh my gosh, like, I never thought I'd have this kind of access. And I'd imagine if you're a Boy Meets World fan, you remember her from the later seasons, you're like, wait a second, now I have access to her taking naughty pictures.
And is that what she's doing? Because I not everybody on OnlyFans is doing that, but I feel like...
Well, she was an adult film star. There's a very good chance she's also doing more than just risque photos.
Wow. And if those are current photos, she's, that's it. Boy, I should have looked that good at 24, let alone 44. Man.
You would never look that good. I mean, what are you talking about?
That's what I'm telling you about. I should have.
I would say you want to have large breasts and long red hair?
Well, you know what? Wouldn't it be an improvement, Steve?
Oh, I might do more Zoom calls with you, I guess.
Yeah, see? And she says that OnlyFans has been a way to connect with her, quote, amazing fans. She makes, again, 6 figures per month.
By amazing, she means horny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, that is that is an amazing situation with OnlyFans. And I don't know, what percentage do we think of OnlyFans as this kind of business where it's basically, sexuality that is making the money? I know they say not everybody on OnlyFans is doing that, but like you got former Fox sideline reporter, Fox Sports and Golf Channel host Holly Saunders.
Danny just showed me a picture of Maitland Ward on some website, and her content is not PG-13.
Oh, I haven't seen that picture, Danny. What do you got? Show me. Whoa!
Oh, there's a party.
Wow. Okay, Maitland. So
Yeah, there's a lot of X-rated content on her OnlyFans. It looks
so.
great.
There's OnlyFans is a way for her to not have to do so much cleanup. I guess basically is what you could say.
Maybe she just wants to be the Topanga, but she goes by to bang her. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
solid.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's OnlyFans. It's a whole new world, BJ.
So Holly, who it says she's a former Fox Sports sideline reporter and Golf Channel host. Which means I don't think she has those jobs anymore because apparently Holly Saunders has pictures that are risque, supposedly more risque than her Instagram page. But is that pretty much what OnlyFans is? It's just basically a sexuality sort of incoming business. It feels like for the most part that's what it is. Even Vicky. I guess you're kind of doing the same thing, except maybe not, obviously not to the level of Maitland.
No, I feel like a majority of the people on there definitely have some sort of adult content because it even asks you when you sign up, is this going to be for 18 and up or not? Because there are some people that do like their workout routines and stuff that way.
Who's under 18 going on OnlyFans?
Right? Like if it's... Like, I think they just want to weed out, are you doing porn or not?
Yeah.
Because some people
in a tactful way.
Right. Will do, like, workout videos and stuff. So you pay, to do, like, their workout routines. It's like going and get a personal trainer kind of a thing. I've seen that. I don't know what else people would use it for, really.
Well, I was just going to do wholesome content of me just watching TV, petting my dog.
Well, good luck to you.
That's
if you can make money doing that, I don't think you can make 6 figures a month, Steve. If
I can make 6 figures a month doing OnlyFans, I would not be coming to work today.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much everybody. Hot take.
Holly, by the way.
Now, see, Holly's pictures aren't they aren't as suggestive as Maitland's pictures, but I mean, obviously they're good pictures. They're like boudoir pictures. I feel like this
is Twitter I'm looking at. I'm not paying to go see what she is posting.
Oh, okay.
She can't give all the goods for free on Twitter.
Right. I thought this was OnlyFans were showing me.
If you wanted to, but
they say risque. I don't know what risque means anymore. Is that code for nudity? Is that what risque means?
I would say, if not nudity, you're teetering on the line of nudity.
Right.
You said teetering.
I did. Yeah. Intentionally as well.
Yeah. So I guess that's OnlyFans. And, well, all right then. And Vicky, so you're in that arena. You know what people are doing for the most part who are subscribing to your page. You're like, yeah, I know what's probably happening, but that's okay.
I mean, if I'm going to be getting sent certain pictures or certain messages, I might as well get paid for it.
Okay, listen, I got no problem with it. I mean, I feel like in all shapes, ways, or forms in our history as human beings, sex somehow always does become a transactional business in some way, shape, or form. Whatever it looks like for the time that we're in. But, this is the age-old thing. It's like, you know what? Somebody who's interested in somebody sexually will pay money in some way, shape, or form to have an interaction, however that looks. And that's, I'm sorry, Steve, but that you and your dog is probably not going to cut it.
No, probably not. Someone says that they follow Maitland on OnlyFans, and yeah, her stuff is pretty fantastic, and she's doing videos and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, so she's giving you the full meal deal.
I'm trying to think of like a celebrity that you're a fan of, that if they did an OnlyFans, would you absolutely sign up for?
The Rock.
The Rock. If The Rock did OnlyFans, you would get it?
Because I'm like, what would he do? Would it be wholesome but like dirty at the same time?
If he live streamed his cheat meal, I probably would pay $4.99 for that.
Oh yeah, I know you would.
Especially if I could interact with him and have my cheat meal with him.
Okay,
that's fantastic.
Great, yeah.
Now I want to talk about this because I did tease this before, and I went right by the story, but we got to talk about this woman who did not have a clue. She was in Massachusetts and had no idea she was pregnant. She thought she was passing a kidney stone last month and instead had a baby on the toilet. And
Rev's been there, right, Rev? Hey,
after a burrito, thanks.
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
I just had breakfast, Steve.
Well, you had it. You're not having it.
Oh, but I mean, the image is causing problems. Luckily, they're both doing fine. Having a baby in the toilet apparently is not a horrible thing. She said she knew she gained a few pounds, probably thought it was just pandemic weight, and thought she was just sitting around too much.
I did feel a little like flutters, I suppose, but I just kind of thought it was gas. I didn't know what it was. I'm in the middle of the archway of the bathroom, screaming, freaking out. If you look back at it now, like you see there were signs that said, okay, missed menstrual cycle, but that was always normal for me. And yeah, the weight gain, but I just hopped on keto and I said, okay, well then maybe it's my own fault. It's the COVID-15. And even in the ambulance ride, I was like, how did this happen? Like, I mean, I know how it happened, but I mean, like, really?
So it looks like she's in a relationship, so it's not like just like a random thing.
So she must not have had the horrible morning sickness, because that usually is an indicator that you go, whoa, wait a minute.
Like Sid didn't really have any morning sickness when she was pregnant with baby Tatum. I mean, she definitely, like she was tired, or like, there were times where like certain scents, but she never got like out and out sick, like vomiting sick.
So I could see that then.
See, my ex-wife really did. It was to the point of where the way we found out, actually, we went to get clam chowder, and she loved clam chowder, and she took one look at it and just puked everywhere. And it was one of those things of like, that's weird. Like, she's like, I don't know why I feel this way. And so we went and got the pregnancy test, and there was Lily.
Could you imagine, like, you go 9 months, you have no idea, and then all of a sudden, this baby pops out in the bathroom?
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that this is obviously a person that can make the adjustments. Like, you know what I mean? Like, stuff doesn't bother her, because pregnancy's a big deal. Like, my wife, her ass was kicked by pregnancy. So the fact that this woman could go through a whole pregnancy and just go, oh yeah, it's probably this, it's probably that, and still function without thinking anything is wrong, that woman's got a high threshold.
Also, I don't know if that kind of messes with you, because I feel like you build this bond, waiting for the baby. You know what I mean? Like, there's like that anticipation, the excitement, the conversations. Like, I know for my wife and I, like, that was like a great journey. Granted, also we had like, all the crap that we dealt with for years where we weren't able to, but like there was still like that 9 months of like the build up. And then when the baby came, you're like, awesome. In this situation, it's almost like a unexpected family member you didn't even know showed up to your house. You're like, who are you? Now what are we supposed to do?
I could feel like there would be a disconnect. Like, you're not mine.
For a second at least.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you came out of me, but there's no way you're my baby. Like that.
Yeah, and if you're the father, you're like, okay, I guess, there's no chance to even be like, okay, well, you're pregnant. I'm the father. Here it is. Okay.
And then you have to now quickly get all the stuff. I mean, that's insane. And also just the fact that it came out that quick. You hear those stories. Like, I know someone that like they had their kid like walking out the door. They were gonna go, water broke, and then like you thought, oh, I've got all these hours, and the next thing you know, within seconds, the baby's there.
I know, especially for a first one. That's very rare.
It's supposed to happen that way, though. I mean, that back in the way olden days, that's what they did. They gave birth to kids like in the wild. So it is. I mean, it's supposed to happen that way, even though you're right.
It's supposed to take a long time. It takes many hours to dilate and to get ready, basically, and then to push.
Well, I wouldn't know. I know everything about pregnancy except actually delivering the baby. I've carried a baby.
I thought you knew about that.
Well, I mean, as far as like I have all of the other symptoms and continue to still have the symptoms of being pregnant. I just delivering the baby. Still got the weight. Still feels like I got a baby in my belly.
You know, when people get those very rational fears, like, oh, I'm going to get, the final destination. I'm going to get the wood
logs. Yeah.
Yeah. I have the worst irrational fear that I'm going to one day wake up and find out I'm 9 months pregnant. I know I'm not, but I worry that it's going to happen. I'm going to go to the bathroom and, oh my God, there's a child. Like, I watched too many episodes
if you do that, if that happens, can it happen on the show?
Yeah. I mean, that would be the only way I'd want to do it. I'll hold it in for you.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, because that would be, and we of course we have to film this whole thing. We have to record it.
Oh, dude, our Facebook Live would be on fire. Yeah, and also when I get home, usually my wife's like, "Hey, well, how was work?" I'm like, "It was fine." And this time I could be like, "How was work?" I'm like, "It was awesome." Vicky didn't know she was having a kid, and she just popped out a baby today. It was cool.
And I left before I had to clean it up. That'd be somebody else's problem.
We don't have interns anymore. We can't.
No. Yeah, we really. That's the problem. Yeah, it would have to fall on Danny. All right, sorry, Danny. Yeah. Fast food workers are sharing the best things on their menus that no one ever orders. What are they? Oh, I'm going to tell you, because it's food. We'll talk about that at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. There's a great discussion on Reddit where fast food workers are sharing the best thing on their store's menu that no one ever orders. And, this is what I like. You go to any restaurant and go, well, what would you have? What do you think is good on the menu? And I like to do that once in a while just because, you want to see what the people that work there think. And I would never have thought that that's the case with fast food restaurants, that there's actually things on the menu that people don't get that they're like, no, you should really get this.
See, I'm never that. I almost never will ask for the opinion of the server of what I should get because I don't know what their taste is. Like, they might really love a certain type of food that I'm not a fan of. So maybe that, that halibut's the greatest thing ever. But if I'm not a fan of halibut, then I'm, I don't know. That's always been my thing. I've always wanted to do the joke of like, what do you recommend? And then they give you a recommendation. I pick the absolute opposite of what they recommended just to kind of mess with their head. I never do that because I don't want to be a troll, but I think that'd be fun.
All right. Well, how about apple pie? If somebody recommended an apple pie to you, would you be like, okay? I mean, I really? No. All right. Well, there you go. Don't go to Popeyes then.
Really? Popeyes has an apple pie?
I didn't even know Popeyes had apple pie.
Yeah. See, this is why it's not ordered.
Fine.
And
I'll try it.
And how about this? And I remember this. Look, everyone's trying to get healthy, so McDonald's doesn't do the deep fried apple pies like they used to. Popeyes does. And one of these employees said, you've got to have it. It's like the old school deep fried apple pie. And I miss those. I know it's deep fried. I understand. But every once in a while, man, just to, and it was sort of like its own hot pocket where you really had to, you had to be careful when you bit into that damn thing.
Right. And also, I always thought that was funny when people would be all upset about it. It's like, oh, this apple pie is deep fried. It's like, well, a lot of the food that you're eating at McDonald's is also deep fried. Like, why all of a sudden are we worried about the apple pie?
Yeah. Right? Deep fried apple pie is, they really are delicious.
Like, is someone going to McDonald's thinking that apple pie is healthy?
It's got apples in it.
Exactly.
Well, it's a healthier version now, Steve, so it must be healthier, right?
Right? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. How about at Wendy's? You can get a side of melted cheese. You can just order a cup of melted cheese and you can dip your fries, your nuggets, anything into it. I didn't know this was a thing either.
I did know that because my ex-wife would always do a plain baked potato and then with 2 sides of extra cheese on top.
Oh, that's solid.
Yes.
And so she would do like a queso baked potato.
I didn't know you could get that without it. How crazy is that? Yep. I mean, you're right, Danny, because I remember getting baked potato there, and yeah, it did come with melted cheese. Never in my brain did I think, because I would pour that all over my burger, all over my everything.
Somebody shared that they called it the Neapolitan shake at McDonald's, and they would get it all the time at one McDonald's, but they went to another and they asked for it, and the person looked at them like they were insane.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, just mix
vanilla
it all
chocolate
up.
Strawberry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
Why not? I mean, and when you think about it, it's easy to do because they just layer it.
Well,
and we know that
it's not broken.
Well, yeah, you got that going for you. Yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, I love this. McDonald's has another one. You can get what's called a cheap Big Mac. And for the fraction of the cost, they go, just order a McDouble with no mustard or ketchup and add shredded lettuce and mac sauce, and you've got a Big Mac that's a lot cheaper.
I can't do that, man. The anxiety in me, there'd be like, oh, so you want a Big Mac, but you don't want to pay the price for a Big Mac.
Cheap ass.
Right, exactly. That just triggers my anxiety.
And I love about this because the whole thing is like they ask for people to share the things on their menu that no one orders. I don't think there's a thing on the menu of a McDonald's that's just called the cheap Big Mac. That sounds like just like a food hack.
Yeah, that is a food hack. You're right. That's a great food hack. And now I know I can get that mac sauce. Like, since, again, I just think that I can only get like the sauces that go with the things that they're supposed to go with. Ooh. So apparently with the McDouble, you can ask for mac sauce, which means I could get a side of mac sauce. I would love a side of that.
Can you get a side of mac sauce for your chicken nuggets?
Why not?
Ooh. I've sometimes gotten a Whopper at Burger King and drove over to the McDonald's and handed it to them and said, can you put some of that Big Mac sauce on it? And they're okay with no, I would never do that.
Like, wow.
That'd be weird.
Okay, even I wasn't that gullible, Rev. Wow, you
I was like, wow, that's actually kind of a neat food hack.
You win the gullible award for that one.
All right, fine.
When I first moved here, remember they did the special edition bottles of the Big Mac sauce, and I went and got some.
That's right. And it's like basically like Thousand Island with some other stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that some other stuff is the secret.
Yeah, secret sauce.
How about a Taco Bell? They got the cheesy Doritos Gordita Crunch, and of course you have me at Doritos. And they said it's a cheesy Gordita Crunch, but you can get it with a Dorito shell on the inside. And I did not know this.
That sounds good because I remember my issue with the Doritos taco shell is that it would break apart rather quickly.
Yeah.
Like as you're trying to eat it, which is like, you definitely can't do that while driving. Well, now you got a little like nice layering outside of it to keep it together.
Yeah, well, this Gordita Crunch is fantastic. I love this. And they're right. I don't know why you aren't getting that. If you like a Locos, you got to like this. And then a Subway chicken pizziola, which I'm ready for this because it comes with chicken, pepperoni, and marinara sauce. They say it's on our registers. I've never heard of it. A pizziola. So what is it? Is it a sub, but it's just got all the pizza stuff in there?
Yeah.
Nice.
What? Oh, there it is.
I'd do that.
Why have I not got that? Okay. Well, I know what I'm doing this weekend.
My problem is that I just have certain things that are my go-tos. So if I'm going like a Subway, it's like, oh, well, I really do want that damn meatball sub or the oven roasted chicken breast. I wouldn't even think of venturing outside of that.
You have a good point because both are really good choices. And I love tuna. For some reason, I don't know what. Every place that I go to, I think makes an amazing tuna sub. Probably because they make the tuna and I don't. I think that's really all there is to it. It's like they literally go, we got the mayonnaise and the tuna. Thank you.
Well, you're not allowed to make tuna at your house, right?
Did
you say your daughter gets really mad at you?
I have to do it on the sly because she doesn't like the odor. But you're right, I do.
You can't do it on the sly, though, because of that odor.
Oh, I open the window, I turn on the fan on the oven fan, I immediately take the can down to recycling so that it's not in the house anywhere. Oh, Rev, the procedure I go through to have a can of tuna in my house is insane.
Someone had just texted, I always want to know who orders the fish sandwich at McDonald's.
Hey, can I get a fish sandwich?
I've done that before.
Catholics.
Catholics?
That's when they bring it back for Lent.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because there's no meats on Friday. They can't have meat, but they can have fish.
See, I would just get it because I'm in the mood for a fish sandwich sometimes.
Fair enough.
I totally didn't even realize that. And Danny, you are a genius. That's probably and I bet that's exactly why. Because I never understood it either. But yeah, you have to have fish on Friday, and McDonald's didn't want you to skip them.
Well, and it's really funny because, New Mexico is a lot. There's a lot of Catholic religion in New Mexico, and all of the restaurants, even like the local ones, during Lent season, all of a sudden you'll start seeing on the marquees everywhere, fish sandwich is back, and it's like, oh yeah, Lent's happening.
Yeah, I've always just been a fan of the Filet-O-Fish. I think it's delicious.
Nice.
Yeah, I got no complaints with it. But Steve, it's the same
piece
thing.
Of American cheese on it.
Yeah, the one piece of cheese is kind of interesting. But
why? It's awesome. Fish and cheese?
I don't expect fish and cheese. Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't. A tartar sauce or something.
Yeah. Well, they got the tartar sauce on it as well.
Yeah, the cheese is interesting. But the American cheese is not my favorite cheese anyway, so I would have to skip that.
I really wanted
such a terrorist.
I really am.
I really wanted to try the Popeyes Cajun fish sandwich this year, and I didn't get around to it. I don't know if it's still there, but they've been advertising it really big, especially during Lent, and it looks delicious.
It just seems like it just seems wrong to go into a Popeyes and not order chicken.
So I said Wendy's fish sandwich during Lent is amazing. Oh, so Wendy's is in on this too? They
Oh
put
yeah,
bacon
yeah,
on
yeah.
that?
Their fish sandwich is solid.
Makes sense.
Bacon on it.
I don't think you can do that for Lent, Steve. You
Oh,
probably
wait, no.
could, but
I
then
mean-
you're not doing the Lent thing the right way.
I think, a lot of fast food places apparently they just push out all the fish options
Yep.
for Lent.
I never even put that connection together. But when I was younger, I probably was enjoying it because of that reason, and just kind of fell in love with them because of that.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you and I aren't good Catholics anymore, Steve. That's what
I'm definitely not.
Yeah.
It's like you go to the grocery store. I notice there's a lot more shrimp and fish options like on sale, or like, hey, we got this going on, or like Costco and stuff. I noticed for sure, just because
Yeah.
I had to look out for my parents because they were doing Lent.
It's really like amazing. But I've had some people, friends of mine, say they're still doing the Lent thing. Still didn't even click in that. Oh yeah, here comes the fish.
So he said, my wife gets a fish sandwich from McDonald's all the time. So he says, get a second fish patty on the McDonald's fish sandwich. It's $1.50 more, and it's worth it. Ooh. And I like this person actually has rated their favorite fish sandwiches in Silverdale. He says, I get fish sandwiches all around Silverdale and Bremerton. McDonald's is the best. Wendy's pretty good. Arby's also pretty good.
Interesting.
But you got to be in the mood. That's my thing. If I'm in the mood for batter fried fish, I'm going to Ivar's.
What if you don't have an Ivar's nearby?
Not Ivar's. I should say Duke's. Excuse me. Ivar's is clam chowder.
Well,
Duke's
they have
clam chowder's
fish.
good,
Yeah,
too.
they got the big old boat there with the fish and chips.
Do they really at Ivar's?
Don't
See,
disrespect that
wow.
Ivar's, buddy.
Okay, well, either way, they're both good. Ivar's or Duke's, but I mean, I have to tell the truth. I'm always going to Duke's for fish and chips because,
Solid.
well, the clam chowder's good, but you're right, Ivar's is good too because if there's one closer to you than the Duke's, but I mean like as soon as my brain goes, I want this. It's like Steve said, that's what I'm going there for.
Yeah, but if you don't have options and you can't get to one of them, you got to get that fish in you. I mean,
excuse me.
Wow, hello.
Someone said the Popeyes Cajun fish is amazing.
Okay.
Oh, we got to try it.
And
You got to do it, Danny.
I want to.
You know what? Today is your day. You're a free man. Do it.
Fish Sandwich Fridays.
Do it,
yeah.
Danny.
Way better than Mad Dog Mondays.
You know what? We're an edgy show. We got to figure on the pulse of America. As soon as Lent is over, we're the ones going, Fish Sandwich Fridays, everybody.
Well,
We're very timely.
weird uptick in fish sales after Lent.
What the hell? What's going on over there?
I just found out that Popeyes also has calamari.
Yes.
What?
Oh, fried calamari?
Yeah.
That's probably delicious.
I kind of want it now.
What kind of dipping sauces do they offer on that?
They have a bunch.
Yeah, they do have those.
They have like a
ones.
blackened ranch. They have a regular
Blackened ranch?
Yeah.
Cajun ranch?
Yeah, it has like the blackening seasoning in it.
Oh, I would like to try that, please.
They had that cocktail sauce too?
I believe they do. Yeah, because they have the shrimp.
Yeah, it looks like they got barbecue, Bayou Buffalo, sweet heat, blackened ranch, cocktail sauce, tartar, buttermilk ranch, and Mardi Gras mustard.
Yeah, but what about that cocktail sauce? Is where all Steve goes sling blade when you
That
start talking
cocktail
cocktail sauce.
What do you want from me?
That cocktail sauce, obviously.
Got them French fried potatoes.
So they said the best catfish in Seattle is at the Shell Station on Beacon Hill.
Oh.
Okay.
Those Shell stations usually have some pretty amazing things.
I don't know about
Really?
that. I honestly, it's hard for me to believe that you can get a good fish at just a regular gas station.
I'm not
And
opposed to trying.
I've always been
Right.
told no sushi from a gas station, and for some reason, fish sounds the same.
But it's
to me.
cooked.
I know. It's cooked. You're probably safe. And I mean, one of the best pizza places in Puyallup is a Shell station.
Canyon Road Pizza, baby.
Straight up.
Represent.
Yeah, and I know you guys say that, and that also is hard for me to believe. I've yet to have some of that pizza.
It's good, but what makes it better is that you're surprised that it's that good at a gas station.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think if it was
totally.
at a restaurant, you might be like, oh, it's good pizza.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, it's the best pizza ever. But the fact that you're
Okay.
getting it out of a gas station makes it so incredibly great.
So, like when you have a hot dog from a gas station and you don't immediately throw up, you're like, oh, this is a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, I mean, sort of.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I'll put it out there. Joe made me, or last time me and Joe were hanging out drinking, he made me stop by a 7-Eleven when we were out for a walk, and we got the taquitos. Taquitos. They were fantastic.
How drunk were you?
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
Drunk
I
enough
have
to
to
get
say-
food out of 7-Eleven.
yeah. We were like, we needed to go get some chips, and we were like, might as well just get some taquitos too.
I recommend gas station food if you're trashed
Oh,
because your body somehow there's something in the gas station food that fights the alcohol and lets you pretty much rally.
I remember one of those times where the Donkeys, our hockey team, we went on that trip to Spokane with, D. Ted Smith on the party bus, and we pulled over to like a gas station to fill up on gas, and then you went in there, and it was one of those gas stations that had like the heat, like light. fried food display, like the burritos, the pizza sticks, the corn dogs, and we just raided that thing. We probably got every single item in there, and they were just like, "What the hell is going on?" It's just these like 12 drunk hockey dudes buying all the fried food. Man, that was a great idea until later on in the day, and it was a bad decision. I now know why they looked at us with shock when we were buying all that stuff. They're probably like, "This has been on this warmer for like the last 4 days." You know what I mean? Like, it was not good.
Yeah, we really don't know what new life forms are on this thing, but good luck to you, sir.
Yeah, have a good one there, everybody.
Wow.
There's a Shell station in Marysville, not too far from where I live, that has a Skippers in it.
Wow.
So it's like a deli, and it has Mexican food, breakfast food and stuff, sandwiches, but they also have a Skippers.
Okay, I like
within
this.
the Shell station.
Yeah,
right. That's different. Those are those super gas station places you can go to that have like all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, I support that.
We legit just got a text from someone that says at the Shell station in Marysville, they have a Skippers.
Vicky's not lying. Nope. That's why Vicky, you know what? Vicky lives in the cool part of town.
Literally, because across from there's a Dairy Queen. Down the road, there's the Popeyes, a Taco Bell, a Starbucks, a Carl's Jr. There's everything within like less than a quarter of a mile.
You got the crumble cookie up there, too.
Mm-hmm. That's about a mile the other way.
Was Skipper's named after the skipper from Gilligan's Island? Or that's just in my...
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I really, really wouldn't be surprised. Though, they've used the term skipper for a person in charge of a boat for a long time, long before Gilligan's Island.
That's
but
true.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially if it started in the 60s.
It started in 1969 in Bellevue, Washington.
I bet they did use it for the Gilligan. I really, really do. Steve, you might be onto something, because that's just too coincidental. Nice. Good job, Skippers. Now I want to go. You make me remember my favorite show back in the day.
I had no idea that it started in Bellevue. That's awesome.
Yesterday, Steve, is there even a Skippers in Bellevue anymore? I don't think there is. I mean, it started in Bellevue, and we don't even have one on the east side, because I can't tell you the last time I saw a Skippers anywhere near me.
It's just one of the many issues I have with Bellevue, Washington, I tell you.
Dude, I'm getting there with you. I mean, this is a travesty. Skippers basically started there back when Bellevue wasn't Swellview, and it was just another nice place to go.
Bellevue, you're on notice.
Yeah, you got too cool for school, and you pushed out people who helped make you what you were.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest one looks like it's in Kent.
Yeah, that is not Bellevue.
Nope, but all of their operating and stuff is going on most like in Oregon, it looks like, too. So they're just kind of pushing down.
So they started in Bellevue, and they got kicked all the way to Oregon? Damn you, Bellevue! Damn. All right, that's all I got to say. Yesterday, Steve did get this one right.
According to reports, what relation was the Pearl in Pearl Jam's name to Eddie Vedder?
Wasn't the story that it's his grandma?
No.
Aunt?
No.
Great-grandma?
Yes.
Oh, good job, Steve.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You want a shot at beating Steve? All right, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Miggs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. How long is a bankruptcy going to affect my credit rating?
Of course, most of the time, by the time we're talking about filing a bankruptcy, the credit has already taken a huge hit. Chapter 7 is going to affect it more negatively than Chapter 13. Chapter 7 stays on your credit report for 10 years from the time you file. It usually takes 7 or 8 years for your credit scores to get back into the normal range in a Chapter 7 case. However, your credit will start to recover even in Chapter 7 after about a year. You'll be able to get credit again right away, usually before your case is even over. Chapter 13 stays on your credit report for 7 years and usually takes about 3.5 years for your credit to get back in the normal range. So Chapter 13 will mean your credit gets better much more rapidly.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.